Leader Sambit Patra's press conference there after a temporary seal was put on the Young India office. Nilashish is joining us live today. The Congress leaders are also expected to hold a meeting to decide what next. Nilashish, yesterday in a late night development, all the senior Congress leaders had arrived there. They also hurriedly called for a press conference. Today as well, meetings expected because the Congress party has said that the Congress is being treated like a terrorist. That's what they've said.
Well, yes, absolutely. The Congress party MPs have, in fact, decided to huddle up in the Parliament in some time to decide the strategy for the future. As you rightly pointed out, yesterday, after the Enforcement Directorate sealed the office of Young Indian in the Herald House area, thereafter, of course, a number of senior Congress leaders rushed to the AICC office, the headquarters, wherein they did get into a huddle. They sat and they were discussing issues. Today, of course, we're expecting the Congress to, in fact, the MPs in Parliament to get into a meeting, and soon they will decide the future strategy. They have been alleging, as you rightly pointed out, that this is vendetta politics, that we are trying to raise issues of the common man, but this is only trying an attempt to divert and distract from those issues, and that the Congress parties are under siege. A number of Congress leaders have said that this is vendetta politics. They're being treated as terrorists. At this point, we're outside Rahul Gandhi's residence, of course, and we're expecting him also to move towards the Parliament sometime
in fact, there's a lot of security presence as well. Nilashish, continue to stay on with us. There's a security presence not just outside Rahul Gandhi's residence, but also Sonia Gandhi's residence. Senior Congress leaders were in a huddle at the party's headquarters after the Young Indian office was sealed. They alleged vendetta by the centre and harassment of the Gandhis, who have so far cooperated with the agency. That's what the Congress leaders said. In fact, several Congress leaders, including Mallikarjun Kharge, Chidambaram, Salman Khurshid, rushed to the AICC headquarters. Listen into their charge.
वो कहते हैं ना, अगर प्रतिशोध की राजनीति नहीं है, ऐसे कितने न्यूज़पेपर पे आपने ऐसा एक्शन लिया है. ये तो न्यूज़पेपर आज़ादी के पहले का है, और आज़ादी दिलाने के लिए उन्होंने अपना घर भी बेचने को तैयार हो गए थे. ऐसे एक संस्था को अगर आप दूसरे के साथ अगर जुड़ा दिए तो ये ठीक नहीं है. इसका मतलब यही होता है कि कांग्रेस को ख़त्म करने की उनकी नीति है. कांग्रेस कभी झुकने वाली नहीं है, वो लड़ते रहेगी.
Okay, so the jhukega nahi, that's the statement that was made by the Congress party. Yesterday, of course, they also said that the Congress leaders are being treated like terrorists. Nilashish, coming back to you, yesterday with a lot of police presence, it led to a lot of speculations. The action against a Young Indian was also completely unprecedented. But today, in the reaction that has come in from the BJP, Sambit Patra also saying that the Congress leaders are not being treated like terrorists. Instead, they are being treated like the corrupt leaders because of the charges that are against them. They had the option of going to the court, but they did not because they knew very well that there's not going to be any relief. Before I come to you, Nilashish, very quickly, let me take in a word from Mohit Bhatt, who's also joining us right now. In fact, Mohit had also spoken to Sambit Patra a little while ago. Mohit, the BJP is saying, if you thought you could get relief from the court, why not approach it? All right, we'll just go back to Mohit on that. But just a few moments ago is when Sambit Patra had spoken. Some more reactions coming in. Listen in.
BJP is working against them. The question is, what is the corruption in this? Why they have no answers? And why are they trying to politicize an investigation into corruption?
So the BJP asking questions of the Congress party. One, if there are charges against you, if you have not cooperated, that's the reason why the Enforcement Directorate was forced to come and seal the office. Mohit Bhatt back online with us. Mohit, you just spoke to Sambit Patra and he said that, they're not being treated like terrorists. There are corruption charges against them and the Enforcement Directorate is just following the rule of law.
Well, yes, it's a strong attack coming in by the BJP, and it's the official reactions of the BJP also on what has transpired yesterday. We know for a fact that how the office of National Herald was sealed temporarily by the Enforcement Directorate, and the sources have told us that because nobody official from the AJL came to meet them because they wanted to have some information regarding certain issues in that particular building, but we sent the notices to Mr. Kharge and other officials, but they did not come, and hence they had to temporarily seal the particular office. And after that, we saw that how the Congress party came out and all guns blazing on the BJP, saying that the BJP is afraid of them, and that is why ED is being misused against the Congress party. Now today, what the BJP says is that if Congress party has not done anything wrong,
right,
if Gandhis have not done anything wrong, why exactly are they afraid? And said that they are trying to pressurize the Enforcement Directorate. They are trying to.
In fact, the BJP also raising those questions, Mohit. First, you said it was satyagraha, you hit the streets. Now you're also protesting when the office is sealed. A lot of political developments expected. Thanking Mohit and Nilashish for joining us with those details. A quick break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.